Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 536, believe it or not, of FloWrestling Radio Live. I'm your host, Christian Piles, joined, as always, by the tandem of Ben Funky Askren and Stephen Kyle Bracke, who we recently learned hates the Walk of Champions at state tournaments.
My God. Yes, we did.
It's so overrated.
It's so overrated. But you know what? He's never done it. He is a state champion, so he does qualify, but Bracke's never done it. So he's only been on the other side, perhaps maybe a little bit covetous of the walk.
Why did he do it?
What are you talking about right now?
I thought you said you didn't do it.
No, I did it 3 times.
Oh, you did it 3 times. Okay,
Yeah,
and you really hate it.
Yeah, I just didn't. I didn't enjoy it. I'd rather they just start wrestling and we get the show on the road. I was very anxious and ready to go.
Wow. Okay. All right. So he doesn't like.
I thought maybe they did something in Virginia where like past state champs or something got to come back and do it or something like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's not it.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
No. We're talking about me and Bracke. I think me and Bracke are on the same page here. We're talking about state finalists. They walk, they face off, and then they wrestle. Right? That's what we're talking about, Bracke?
Yes, that's what I'm talking
No,
about.
that's not what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
The walk in. Okay, VHSL. Jason Bryant's gonna know what I'm talking about. Salem Civic Center. All the past state champions. You got like guys from the 70s take a lap around the Civic Center. They're like, this name, Perry McClure, 1974.
They announced them?
Yes.
How long does that take?
What?
Days. It takes, I don't know, a half hour maybe.
Oh my God.
It's before the state finals. So that's what the Walk of Champions is to me. The former champions do it.
Gotcha.
No, says Bracke.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would hate that. That would be terrible.
Well, I think it's pretty awesome. Of course, I never did it, but one of my guys that won came back specifically to the state tournament only for the finals so he could do the Walk of Champions. And he had
That seems fair.
He had a suit on. It was awesome. So yeah, it's a big deal in the Gap. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Thank you for listening.
So then, wait,
Good morning to all the
Virginia,
state champions.
Do the current state champions get our state championships? Do they do anything?
So
State
I think
finalists?
there were examples of guys that like won states the year before, but they weren't in the finals.
Man.
So he did the walk. It was so sad. I was like, "Don't do it, bro. Just wait till next year after you graduated." There were like legit champions that just didn't make the finals that year that would do the walk. That's the walk of shame, in my opinion. But no, you know what? You're the state champ. It probably was a little bit of I don't know. Maybe it was helpful for them emotionally.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the Salem Civic Center. You would love it, Ben.
They used to kind of do that at the West Virginia Youth State Tournament. Like, if you were a high school state champion that year and you were there, they would, like, introduce you. So, like, the kids, like looking up to you,
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. And you would, like, walk through the middle of them and, like, high-five them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What a rock star.
Superstar status.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Bracke likes to be among the people, not separated. All right. I didn't know we were going to talk about Walk of Champions, but, there we went. So, Bracke, do you have any news or anything? Normally we start with bad news from Bracke. It's kind of a new fun bit.
I've been hopeful. I don't know. North Carolina started classes back and everyone has COVID, so that's cool.
Like UNC?
No, wait.
Yeah.
Hold on, Ray.
Ben's not cool with this.
I don't like the headlines here, okay? Because here's the gimmick: if one kid in the class has corona, they will deem everyone to have been in contact. Therefore, everyone needs a quarantine. So, if that kid then switches classes, one kid could say make 200 people quarantine or something to that effect. And so when they say 800 kids quarantine, well, it's like 7 kids could have corona. It's not really that big of a deal.
Okay.
It's like, but they have I understand what you're saying, but they have over 130 confirmed cases. Yeah, 140
in the whole state?
No, in the school.
Nice. They get done with it real fast then.
Oh my gosh.
But the athletic department put out a statement they're moving forward. Student athletes are going to probably just do online classes, and I think most of the campus is moving to virtual learning or whatever. But that's the safest way to do it, anyways, for these athletes.
But Kyle, what did these kids do all summer? Because like kids in Wisconsin, they're all playing with each other.
I don't know.
Like they're all spending time together. I mean, we've
Right.
had a wrestling academy open since June 1st, and there's been no spread whatsoever. I don't
So
know.
wait,
I
Carolina, is this 140 just students or these student athletes?
They're students.
Okay. Got it.
Which everyone started to freak out, and I was like, "Why are we freaking out? These aren't student athletes. Like the student athletes don't have it."
We don't care about them. We care about the athletes.
Exactly.
Hey, but there's a new test, right? It's just spit. They don't have to
I've
go
heard that.
and get a portion of your
Yeah,
brain.
this could be really game changer because it's so much cheaper.
And faster, like
Yes.
15 minutes.
Yes, the turnaround is much quicker. It's really accurate. The FDA approved it. A lot of people, a lot of ADs have gone on the record saying this is a game changer. And people are starting to wonder if maybe the Big Ten and Pac-12 pulled the plug too quickly.
Whoopsie daisy.
I think so. The numbers have been going down too. I don't know if you guys follow on. This is a website called Worldometers. Have you been there?
Yeah.
Yep.
We were going there every
Yeah.
day, and then I got sad and stopped going there. But yeah.
Well, no, but the last 5 to 6 weeks, there's been a steady downtrend. And the last 2 days were the lowest days since like, I don't know, June sometime.
There we go. This is very good. This is good
Yeah.
stuff. Hopefully
Yeah.
the trend continues. Wuhan is partying like it's 1999. They had a dang rave there, pool party. So things are better there. That was ground zero for the beginning of the virus. So all right.
What's crazy, I still can't get over the fact China's definitely lying. I just don't know how bad.
Oh yeah.
Facebook's gonna cut our stream for that, but they only have like 80,000 cases and 4,000 died. Like, come on, that's an effing eye roll on that one. I mean, that's like less than half of the states in the United States.
Yeah. It's yeah. Well, they're not honest a lot of the time.
Yeah.
What can you say? They lied a lot. Liars lie, as we've come to find out.
Oh, yeah, one real quick thing. Our colleague Craig Picorni just reminded me of this, but Penn State's AD did an interview yesterday, and she said that everyone at Penn State very much wanted to try to play football, and someone asked her, because there were all the rumors about the Big Ten vote, like who voted for what and all that stuff, and she's like, I don't even know if a vote happened. She's like, no one told me if a vote happened.
She would know if there was a vote. So it sounds like the Big Ten commissioner just made a. Well, no, he has to loop in the chancellors or whatever, right?
Presidents,
The
yeah.
You would think, yeah.
He can't just. I don't think he can be that authoritarian, right?
I don't know. It's pretty wild stuff, man.
Well, a little transparency would be helpful.
And it is a little weird that the commissioner of the Big Ten, his son plays football at Mississippi State. So his son is going to play football this year. And it's safe for his son to play football, but nobody else.
That's smart.
Very convenient. Okay. So in terms of current wrestling news,
There is none.
there isn't much, not a ton. Ben's putting on a tournament at some point.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, right. Is it gonna be
Yeah,
good?
we've actually, you know what? To tell you the truth, we've had 3 tournaments now, Christian.
Oh yeah, how was the one this
but they-
weekend?
It was good. We had my buddy Joe Flo came up. He's Joe Grow now, I guess, huh?
Joe Grow.
Not Joe Flo anymore. Yeah, it was really good. Christian, we had one bracket, and this is all just AWA kids only. No one else is allowed. We did it for free. We want the kids to get matches. We had one bracket. 7 of the 8 kids were state place winners. The kid who took 8th place out of 8 was a state high school finalist this year. That's how tough the bracket was.
Dang,
Yeah,
that's legit.
it was pretty ridiculous.
We my apparently you were on ESPN or SportsCenter this weekend for the fight.
Okay, I was.
Apparently, my mom called me up. She's like, we were watching ESPN, and they said, hey, we're gonna bring on Ben Askren. And I was like, really? She's like, yes. I'm like, holy cow.
I don't think that happened unless I'm unaware of that happening.
You didn't talk about. Did you talk about? She said you talked about Cormier.
I've been on the Errol show twice, which is the last 2 Mondays. Maybe they clipped that in there. Yeah.
She said you called Daniel a dork. Or something.
I did? Maybe I probably called Errol dork.
Oh, maybe
Errol's
so.
a dork. Yeah.
Perhaps my mother was confused. I did not see it. But she was
let's start
excited
with
to see
Daniel
on
Cormier.
ESPN.
I mean, that was.
Oh yeah, we did want to talk about him.
That was. I mean, they're both wrestlers, right?
Yes.
But it was unfortunate. I thought he fought hard. I thought he fought well. He just didn't control a few positions he needed to control, and I think he said that's going to be a career for him. And so, I mean, that's obviously one of the wrestlers who's had a high level of success in wrestling and who's had a high level of success in MMA. And there aren't very many people who can match up to what he's done in both fields.
Yeah, no kidding. And that concludes the 2008 Olympic team's run in MMA, and it was a heck of one, right?
I don't think Henry's done. That's just my
really?
feeling. I have no inside information. I just have a feeling about it.
Yeah. It would have to be the right thing, right? Did he say?
Yeah.
Am I misremembering, or does he have boxing aspirations as well?
He did that a little bit in remember, after 08 he didn't really directly do anything. He did it a little bit in that gap period there. He did a few amateur boxing tournaments.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be yeah. Well, so you don't think he's done. He says he's done, but as you know, with MMA retirements, I mean, you even recently were discussing you would maybe consider a comeback, Ben.
I just wanted to be no, I did not say a comeback, Christian. I said I would fight someone again.
That is a comeback. Unless you're literally fighting at a shell station, it's a comeback. If it's available to be watched, yeah, I think it's a comeback.
I said very specifically, it will never be my career again. But if I had a chance to, I think I'm more likely to wrestle. I'm only 14 days out right now. I got a new hip. This dude named John Wayne Parr, he's a Muay Thai specialist. Dude, this dude sent me videos. He's training. He's 7 weeks after surgery.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, oh God, I thought I was supposed to wait like a year or something. This dude's kicking some pads and stuff. It's only been 7 weeks.
Whoa. Well, that would be sweet.
Yeah.
So are you pumped? Are you nervous about your surgery?
I'm pretty excited. It's getting pretty bad.
Have you had surgery?
I wrestled this kid for 41 seconds. Never had surgery anything. I wrestled this kid for 41 seconds last, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday or something. He was messing with me, a little guy, about the Logan Paul thing.
Oh yeah.
And I pinned him three times in 41 seconds, and the next day when I went home, my hip hurt so bad for 41 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
It was terrible.
Dang it, Ben. All right, well, stop wrestling for. I hope you're a little more sensible after the surgery.
Nah, that's for the birds.
You need this one to hold. Okay. So DC, I don't know what the final thoughts are on, kind of my thoughts or questions are kind of what's next for him, and my obvious hope is that he will remain and continue to maybe increase his involvement in the sport of wrestling. I think that would be awesome. He's a coach at Gilroy and very involved out there with his club. So do you think do you have any insight into what DC's going to do next?
I know he loves coaching, so I got to imagine he's going to continue to coach. And then, he's obviously got a lot of stuff going on in the media, so I'm assuming he's going to continue to do that, and I think that's kind of what's going to keep him busy.
Now, is he going to come – you want to be the biggest MMA media personality. Do you think Cormier could potentially threaten your ascent to the throne?
He might have to fight me for that.
Oh, boy. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. That would not be good. No offense, but he's big.
Yeah,
okay.
He's a large man.
Okay, so hats off to DC. Do you think he stays in California?
Yeah, I think so. I think he really likes it out there. I think he enjoys where he lives. I think he enjoys the people he lives around. I can't guarantee it, but I feel like there's a good chance he does. Although, did you see what California did the other day, Christian? These people are insane. They are effing insane. They said they were going to pass a law so anyone who lived in California and moved, they could still charge them state income tax for 10 years.
That is a heck of a gimmick.
I don't know how they can.
How could they
enforce that?
Yeah.
Maybe tell them you can't come back to visit or something. I don't know. Like if you come back to visit and you get pulled over, they're going to try to extort some taxes out of you or something.
That is nonsense.
How crazy is that?
So a lot of rich people are moving, and so they're like, "Oh no, our tax base." So they're like, "Well, we could just make something up real quick here. Let's see if it sticks."
Yeah.
There's no way that passes. How could that be constitutional?
I can't imagine it's going to be constitutional. Can you? There's no way.
Stephen Kyle Brackett, can you get your father involved? We need a well-honed legal mind on this.
Yeah, it's illegal.
Can you?
All right, it's illegal.
I don't know. Yeah, that sounds like you can't do that.
It was a 0.4% tax on income tax. So on $1 million, that's $40,000. And then it reduces by 10% every year. So it'd be $40,000, $36,000, et cetera, all the way down to zero over 10 years. That blew my mind.
Wow. Gotta love it. Okay. Now we have to basically do the dual rankings for Bracky.
Yeah,
okay?
Let's do it.
That's what's happening right now.
Correct.
The way it works is Bracky gets his assignments at the beginning of the week, and he works to outsource them to FRL so that he really sort of doesn't have to do them. I respect the hustle.
Work smarter, not harder.
That's right. And that's where we're at. Why don't you set the stage of how close we are to completing this, Bracky?
We're very close. We just, if I remember correctly, we just need to have the 2 pool champions wrestle each other, and the winner of that will wrestle Iowa.
Yep.
Is that right, Ben?
Weren't we going to do a third place too so you could get help with that? Or no?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
Are we do true thirds, true third, true fifths?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I got to find that sheet now, too.
All right, we're pulling that up. So who is the first duel between Steve and Kyle?
Where's my sheet? I had my sheet.
I forget.
All right,
It's Michigan against somebody, I'm pretty sure.
I got it somewhere here.
It's not Nebraska.
Okay, I got it. We have Nebraska versus Penn State.
We just did that.
Oh, we already did that. Okay, then we got Michigan versus Cornell for the championship, then versus Iowa.
Cornell? Oh, that's right.
Cornell
No
won the
way.
pool, yeah. Yes, they did.
Okay.
It's right here. I have the results right there, Christian.
There's the
Oh,
results.
yeah, and then the other one I wanted to do was Cornell-Penn State.
Okay, so which one are we doing first?
We'll do Cornell-Michigan, and then...
Okay.
But wait, listen. If Cornell beats Michigan, they don't have to wrestle back again against Penn State, Bracky. That's
Yeah,
cheating.
no, you're right.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, we're pulling it up. So we're going to start with so Cornell versus Michigan, which means the first match will be Jack Medley versus Vito Arujau. A strong lean towards young Vito.
I'm picking. Yes.
Oh, yeah, all day. So Vito, the clear winner there. At 33 also has a clear winner. Stefan Micic versus Dom LaJoy. That seems pretty simple. I feel like we did this match.
No, I'm pretty optimistic about.
Hayes, do you mean to play that right now?
What's that noise? Yeah.
All right, it's gone now. Josh Saunders versus Joey Silva.
Did we do this
We
duel?
did this, guys.
I'm pretty sure we did this duel.
We definitely did this.
Well, listen, I'm going to get my official ranking.
we did
I don't have it written
Darmstadt
down.
Amin. I remember this.
Dang it.
So
How's
who won?
this- How has this happened, guys? This is.
Oh,
this,
okay, hold on, Christian.
Because we're not organized, mainly.
Well, I didn't have it written down on my results sheet over here. I remember what happened. Michigan beat Cornell, so we were going to do Cornell versus Penn State, and we were going to do Michigan versus Iowa. That's what we were going to do.
Cornell versus Penn State.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And Michigan versus Iowa.
All right, well, let's do Cornell-Penn State since we already got it in here. Cornell in there.
Jiminy Christmas.
Oh,
right.
stop it.
All right, here we go. It's gonna.
This is why the people love the show.
It is. They literally say, "We love it when you forget what you did Thursday." It's the most hilarious part. Watching dementia set into our feeble minds. Okay.
Not as bad as Joe Biden.
Okay. 125. Well, he's like 80, so I would hope not. Brandon Meredith versus Vito Arujau. The names change, but the result stays the same. Vito with the dub.
Bonus, probably.
Yeah, this is probably a bonus situation.
Also, probably a bonus situation at 133.
Yes, between RBY and Dom LaJoy, you got to say Roman Bravo Young would be the winner there. And similarly, at 141, Nick Lee over Josh Saunders. I am interested in this match, but I'm not.
Yeah, I'm interested, but I'm not. Yeah, same way. I feel the same way.
I mean, the Saunders is like, okay, he's really good at freestyle, right? He's got some good wins, but freaking Nick Lee, people forget what this guy did at senior nationals. He beat
Yep.
Well, he beat Jay Nyerman bad.
Nyerman
He also beat.
bad.
Did he beat Molinaro too?
I think he did, yeah.
Beat Molinaro
Yes.
and Jay Nyerman to get. I think he got third. So that's pretty good. Battle of Cadet World Champions at 149. Jared Verclerin versus Yani Diacoma Hollis.
People forget that.
Yeah.
People
Yanni.
forget, but people do remember. Yanni's really, really, really good, and we bumped him up. If you notice, Yanni at 149. That is our prediction. We don't know if it's going to happen. He was somewhat cryptic about it, but we do know 149 is an option, and we declared it the best option for Cornell, so we're just going with it. So Yanni going 49, getting the win. I think this is a decision victory, but certainly bonus is possible. All right, this is a big match. Cornell needs it. Penn State wants it. Brady Bergie versus Colton Yapoogian. Bergie is ranked higher. However, his health is a much larger question. So what are your thoughts
Very
here?
questionable.
Yes.
I think the same thing as you. I think normally we'd pick Brady Bergie, but he looked very questionable last year. And so, man, if Yapoogian can make some jumps this year, he didn't do great last year, but it was really solid. He lost to Hidley, lost to Coleman and Franek, all good guys. He didn't really have any marquee wins. Like I guess he beat Marcus Hartman early in the year, and that would be about it.
That's a solid win.
It's a solid win, right? So I could see him getting the W, but not guaranteed.
I'm going Yapoogian.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Bergie.
Yeah. Is there anyone else that Penn State could throw in at 57? No?
Could
No.
unless like Jolie could go down. I don't know.
No? Okay.
No one Brady's.
I'm going to go with Yapoogian, too.
caliber.
That's a sketchy spot for me.
I don't get Mason Manville. I guess I don't know. He might take another Olympic year. Who knows? But I doubt he could make 57.
They only have two 57s on the roster last year, Pfeiffer and Bergie.
Yeah. So it'll be Brady as long as he's.
Piper's weird because he had a couple really good showings, but then like at the Wisconsin duel, he got killed by Garrett Motto. I mean, it wasn't like even slightly. I think it was slightly competitive at all.
Yeah, Model does that sometimes. Pfeiffer, he kind of got on the radar when he made the scuffle finals, but it was a pretty cleared out final. And then we're like, oh, I wonder if him and Nolf will kind of have a playful match, and Nolf just absolutely.
Nolf was really mean to him.
He was like
Nolf
annihilated
doesn't
him.
play. Are you kidding me, guys?
Yeah, I know. He's the man. Okay, so 65, moving on up. Joe Lee versus Julian Ramirez. I wouldn't be surprised to learn that these guys had wrestled at some point in their lives, but they did not wrestle as freshmen or anything in collegiate.
I just looked it up on WrestleStat, and yeah, I thought maybe they had wrestled, but they had not.
I don't think they have. So okay, I would side with Joe Lee here. They did wrestle, didn't they?
In a 2016 Cadet World Team Trials, Jolie won 10-0.
That is the most you can win by freestyle.
That.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, it's not.
Ramirez is good.
You could have 9-0 and 5 them, which would be 14-0.
That's a good point. Okay. Plus, and then the guy could do something. There's probably. I wonder if we could
illegal.
I wonder if we could get it to 15, maybe somehow. Okay. Next up. Are we going with Joe Lee?
Yeah.
Ramirez?
Yes, I'm looking through Julian Ramirez's. He had a really good redshirt year, but not great. I mean, who knows? Maybe he'll make a jump or two, but as of now, you got to pick Jolie for sure.
Bracky's looking up Adam Buziello's profile.
A bunch of people in the Facebook chat were like, Busiello 57, Busiello 57. Someone said Busiello going 197.
Just stop.
Busiello was 3-2 at 149 last year.
Maybe he was cutting too much weight. You need to move him up.
God.
He's got he lost to Matt Klodzik, that's okay, but then he lost to Alec Cook from School Unknown. No one even knows where this guy goes to school. Parts unknown. Okay, so now we go up to 174?
That's the next weight.
That is the one right after 65. Staraki versus Chris Foca. We like Foca, but Ben loves Staraki.
Yeah,
Picking him to win every tournament.
Bracket, Super 32. I literally say it's gonna be him versus who is it? Karchla in the NCAA finals next year.
Really? Over?
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna
Labriola?
dispel that now. No. Spencer was here last weekend. He told me that Kemmer's not going up. Kemmer's not going up 184. That is fake news.
Fake news. So he's staying at
Classic
74.
fake news media.
Okay, so therefore, now will they wrestle Assad again? That's a question.
I did not ask him that one. He even told me that Michael Kemmer is going 74 kg when he wrestles international.
Ooh, I want to see that.
Yeah, so he can't be that big.
No, it's definitely not.
Yeah,
because that's day of weigh-ins and whatnot. All right, Staraki over Foca. Oh boy.
Oh baby.
Spicy tamale here. Aaron Brooks versus Max Dean. What are you gonna do, Ben?
I know people are upset no matter who you pick. I know Aaron Brooks beat him in a freestyle match. I'm gonna pick Aaron Brooks.
I am also. Aaron Brooks was
I didn't think you'd go for it, Christian.
I picked Brooks to win NCAAs last year. I know Max Dean was not in that field, but I don't know. I think it's a good. The Max can definitely challenge Aaron from top. He's really good on top. He's very mean. He's very strong. It's a very competitive match, but I think it'd be Brooks. What does Steve and Kyle think?
Eileen Brooks too. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Max Dean is gonna hate us.
Yeah.
No. Gabe will smooth it. Gabe Dean, very nice. I don't know if I've ever talked to Max, but Gabe is a very nice guy. If you're not wrestling him.
For us.
Yeah, he'll smooth it over.
He can just use us as motivation.
Yeah, this is literally this is reverse psychology, Max. We really want you to beat Aaron Brooks, so this is what we're saying. Everyone we pick to win, guys, is just to motivate the other guy. We're just trying to get Chris Foca to the next level. This is the only way we know how. So we go to 97, Michael Beard versus Ben Darmstadt. This one is going to be a mess. Have these two wrestled? I don't think they did.
Really? Why? I think Darmstadt's gonna win.
Oh yeah, I think he'll win. But if you think he's
I feel really confident in that.
If you think he's not giving up a sweep single takedown or something to Michael Beard, you're crazy. He's getting taken down for sure.
What if he just cradles him when he sweep singles him?
I think he probably will the second time he sweeps singles him. The first time he's like, okay, he's that fast, so I got to recalibrate my cradle machine, and then the next time he does it, he'll sit the corner and cradle him up.
Boom.
But a lot of right here. Beard's good on top as well, but Darmstadt's better on top.
Yeah.
This would be. I'm telling you, I think this would be a fun match. We need to see it sometime. Hopefully we do.
Well,
all right, then heavyweight Kirk Fleet versus Luis Fernandez. They are close in rankings, but in my opinion, Daniel Gregory, Kirk Fleet is the winner.
Yes.
Kirk Fleet's one of those guys that Chael Sonnen's going to yell at you about that you ranked him 14th.
Oh yeah,
to start his career.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, a lot of people think you should just rank based on like basically hype and things that are like outside of college wrestling, but I tend to disagree. So Penn State won that duel. They beat Cornell
7-3.
7-3. Whoa. So dominant win. Now who do we got next?
We had the Iowa Hawkeyes against the Michigan Wolverines for the chip.
This is for the title. This is going to be a juicy one.
Do the Wolverines really have a chance?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure they have a chance.
I think they might. Let's do it.
All right, we're finna. Hold on.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. It doesn't start well because you got Spencer Lee versus Jack Medley. That's going to be Spencer. You got to figure that's bonus. If it comes down to it, we'll have to look it up. Then, rivalry rekindled. Austin DeSantis. Now, one thing with the Medley thing, he is one of the few people that held Spencer to a decision.
Yes.
But then Spencer
Killed him.
really smashed him afterwards.
Yeah.
Yes.
A Big Ten. I think he ended up pinning him.
He beat him really bad. It was like, please,
It was ugly.
It was like, yeah,
It
was a tech.
Yeah.
He's he's a big tech.
And they didn't call the fall. They should have called the fall.
Yeah, call the fall. 19-3 in like 3 minutes. So that was quick. So he was on a pace for like 38 points, it appears. Okay. Next up is who we got? Jaden. Oh, wait, no. Austin DeSanto versus Stefan Micic.
Best match of the duel.
Well, it could be 41, but we'll get to that later. DeSanto versus Stefan Micic. DeSanto won the first meeting, has not been particularly close since. They had at NCAAs, it was not a blowout, but DeSanto had a hard time cracking the code of Stefan Micic. Thoughts on this potential matchup, Ben?
I like Micic. DeSanto had beat him the one time, but Micic is so good. And I don't want to say he's got his number, but he definitely has the advantage. And I won't say I'd be shocked to see Austin DeSanto win, but it would surprise me.
He would have to catch him in a 6-point move, probably, which he's done. He would have to hit a feet-to-back thing. I just don't think Micic is like one of the most studious wrestlers in the game, and he did the interview, and Coach Bormet even talked about it. Like, they did not want him to wrestle at Vegas. He got talked into wrestling at Vegas. He just lost a crazy front-side match, and they had Austin DeSanto, and just one thing led to another, and he got completely steamrolled. But then that was 2017, I think. And then since then, he hasn't been able to beat him again. So I think Micic really has figured it out. And so I think he's the winner there.
So Santo almost texted him. Then it was 13-1 when he tried the cartwheel Kimura.
Oh my gosh, it was that bad?
Yes, but then the next match was 3-2.
Okay, and that was at NCAA's the next year.
That was at NCAA's the next year.
So they went a whole year without wrestling, basically.
Yeah.
So he narrowed the gap, but was not. I just remember him not being particularly close to a takedown. But
no,
that's
yeah,
just my memory.
I think it's like another 3-2 match again.
Yes, I agree. Okay, next up, Jaden Ironman versus Joey Silva.
Jaden Ironman by pinfall.
I don't know about that. Come on, pinfall?
It's definitely possible. Pin better guys.
He has pinned better guys, and he's had decisions with worse also.
Sure, it's fair.
I don't see
Silva getting pinned.
Pick Jaden Ironman and get it over with.
Well, I'll pick Silva, but I'm overruled. So
he just picked Silva because he knew I was going to pick Ironman.
I did not know that.
Oh, stop it.
This is a coin flip. It could have gone either way. You went with Ironman. I understand the decision. I can't say I support it, but I do understand it. Okay. So now we go to 49. This is a tight one. This is huge. This is a big one. 49 and 57 are absolutely massive for this dual meet. We've got Max Murin, we're moving up, versus Kanan Storr. Number 7 Murin versus number 9 Kanan Storr. Don't believe these two have hit. Your thoughts, Ben Askren?
I'm just looking through Kanan Storr's results. Man, he was really good last year. You look at his late year, he loses to Patrick Lugo, Sammy Sasso, and then the Puritan loss was maybe not great, but
he also beat Puritan
in the duel.
Puritan was third at Big Tens.
He was on fire at Big Tens. I would have liked to see what he could have put together at NCAAs because he had a great Big Ten tournament.
Man. I guess I'm going to go Max Murin.
I'll give the losses here. He lost to Storr lost to Vince Turk, not great. Keyshawn Clark, who was solid. Lugo, Sasso, and Puritan. Best win could be Keyshawn Hayes, Nate Limix. Beat Puritan right before Big Tens. I feel like just based on the years they both had last year, I would favor Max Murin. That's my gut. What do you think?
I lean Murin too. just for what it's worth, they wrestled at the 2018 Junior Open in Vegas, and Murin won 3-3 on criteria.
Really? I would have expected Kanan to have the advantage in freestyle. Okay, so that's somewhat telling as well. Murin beat Sasso in freestyle, I think. So maybe he's a little better at freestyle than I remember. I think I'm right.
No, he did in Rochester, I'm pretty sure. You're right.
Okay. So
Kind of gassed him out.
yes. Holy cow. Is this really Max Murin's season last year? Oh, wait.
He missed a big chunk.
Yeah, he did. Wow. His losses were to Chad Red, Mitch McKee, and Chad Red in sudden victory. He did not beat Mitch McKee in Big Tens. It was a medical forfeit. He did beat him in sudden victory, and he beat Josh Heil, who's good. Shakur Laney, sorry, Kyle. So they had actually really comparable seasons. This is a coin flip, and given the styles these two wrestle, man, it could go either way. Then we got Caleb Young versus Will Luann.
Did they wrestle this season? I meant to look that up too. I did not.
I'm looking now.
Yeah, they wrestled.
Caleb Young had a terrible end of the season.
He really did. What the heck?
It was rough. He lost 3 in a row at the Big Tens. Or I'm sorry, 2 at the Big Tens, 1 at the White Sheets.
Oh, right. So he lost to Eric Barone, Ryan Deacon. That's very acceptable. He lost to, who am I looking up? This is Will Luann. Will Luann lost to Barone and Deacon.
Young beat Luann 7-3.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I think we'll go Caleb Young.
Yeah, we'll go with Caleb Young again.
Correct.
All right. This is not going. So I feel like just looking at it right now, Michigan will have to win 49
Wave it off.
in this duel.
Wave it off.
I'm not waving it off. I'm just saying if you're looking for how Michigan does it, they're going to need Kanan Storr to beat Max Murin. Alex Marinelli versus Cam Amin. I think this has
Come on.
This is a 7 to 9 point win for Marinelli. He's going to foot sweep him when he tries to stand up a bunch of times. He's going to try to rip his arm off, but I don't think Cam Amin goes over.
Yes,
Okay.
I agree.
Now,
Kimmer.
that brings us to Kimmer versus Logan Massa. Oh man, this is getting late early here. Got to go with Kimmer. Although this is another one. If Michigan's going to win, they're going to probably need this one, right?
Yeah, they have to win this one.
And they did not. Kimmer won this fake matchup.
I'm going to go with Kimmer. I mean, dude just looked awesome last year.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, it was great.
Many people's picked to win NCAAs. Hall beat him at Big Tens, but that even the scoring is still a pretty competitive match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we just haven't seen that Logan Massa back yet. Although Logan Massa, I'm sure John Kozak is going to quickly remind us that this dude beat Makai Lewis.
He did.
He had amazing. He looked incredible at Senior Nationals. Super good. And Ben will write that off as just a freestyle result and say Logan Massa is a freestyle specialist, to which I'll say no, that is not true. But he is good at freestyle. Okay. Abasad, Jelani Embry. I see where this is going. We must give this to Abasad.
Yes.
Cancel NCAAs. You should wait till Detroit. Sean Bourmet.
Yes.
Jacob Warner versus Miles Amin. Okay, here we go. A little Mo back in the way of Michigan. I like Miles Amin here in a solid victory over a stingy, but probably just doesn't have the offense to keep up with Miles Amin's offense here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a pinfall for Mason Paris in the duel, but I will just give him a humble decision victory this time over Tony Cassiope. So
all
it's
Hawkeyes, which
7-3, but if they need Murin to lose to Storr, and they need a combination of Will Luann or Logan Massa to get a win to get it to 5-5, and then that would factor in bonus. So there are ways for Michigan to do it, but it's going to be tough. They'll need a couple. Actually, not that tough. They need some toss-ups to go their way.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, I think we kind of thought this was going to be the idea, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we left Iowa out of the original duels for a reason, because we thought they were the very, very, very clear number one. And that's what this one showed out to be.
Yeah, they are good at every single weight class, which makes you difficult to beat in a dual format. Also makes you difficult to beat in a tournament format. and a round robin tournament format as well. Really, any format.
All formats. If you're really, really good, you're hard to beat.
True. Okay, where does that put the rankings?
So that puts Iowa 1, Michigan 2, Penn State 3, Cornell 4, Nebraska 5, NC State 6.
Wow.
Ohio State 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good. Okay, well, there's the dual rankings. Still look at them when we run them like tomorrow.
Yeah, because you don't know who 8 through 25 is.
Also, we may after the show, do this all over again and change some of our picks. So Kyle Brackey might change his mind.
Are you going to put that order for real, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm going to put that order.
I think it's locked in right now, Christian.
It's locked in. But I'm saying, listen, Ben, get with the gimmick. I'm suggesting that maybe Brackey will just go crazy and change his mind.
I've changed my mind like 4 times already.
Yeah, he's going to consider changing his mind.
I did it myself, and then I included everyone in the office and made some changes off that. And then I just brought it to you guys, and we made some changes based off that. So
there you go.
Very interesting. Okie doke. That's that. We did the dual rankings. We'll see what Brackey has us do for him next week on FRL. Okay. Want to go to questions?
I think that's where we're headed.
I think that is where we're headed. That's exactly where we're headed right now. Okay. Next question.
I'm curious about this. If Virginia's for lovers, what city is for haters? I think it's got to be somewhere in the Northeast for sure.
Somewhere,
yeah. Jersey.
Jersey, they're like just default aggressive.
Philly booed Santa Claus.
Philly, that's one of my favorite states. Philadelphia.
Yeah. Okay.
New York, yeah, Northeast. What's Missouri? Kind of whiny. Just in general. I could go with Missouri. I could be talking to Missouri. You know what? Oklahoma is one of those states. If you go there and you're not from Oklahoma, they kind of just side-eye you a little bit. You know, you feel like I feel it when I've been there. It's just like, you ain't from around these parts. Yeah, Oklahoma's very I could see that. But yeah, Virginia definitely for lovers. I'm going back there in September sometime. It's going to be fun. Okay. Nice. A lot of people are wondering why Seth Gross can train with real woods, but it's apparently fine. It got cleared with NCAA rules. The NCAA rules, who knows what they really are, but there's a picture of Seth training with...
No one could ever know.
We could never know. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, the hard part is, Christian, it is really hard to know because every athletic compliance department does stuff differently because I have kids from different schools in. Some schools will make me fill out some paperwork. Some schools try to tell me I can only pay them a certain amount. Some schools don't care. So it's really like what your compliance department has the stomach for is kind of what you're dealing with. At least that's been my experience with college kids.
That's what I was just going to say. Every compliance department interprets things differently, and some are probably a little more conservative than others. So, yeah.
At this point, I mean, I feel like if you're allowed to coach kids at Fargo, how would this be at that point?
Well, because there's a dead period right now is the big issue.
Yeah. That's why we're on dead period, Christian.
Dead periods are fake too. Now we're declaring that fake. Yeah. I feel like all the rules.
They extended it till September 31, right? Kyle?
Yeah.
I mean, that's so crazy. They have been a dead period for like 4 months.
I didn't read the press release, but I saw Division II is going back to like normal recruiting stuff starting September 1.
Yep.
September 31st isn't even a date, so that's going to make it even tougher. I think that's just the way the NCAA.
You knew what he meant.
The NCAA just extended it to forever. We have to wait till September 31st. And then October, it's just a trap. And then October 1st is going to come. And they're going to say, hey, we said September 31st. Just kidding. I don't know how many days are in any month either, Ben. I looked it up just now. It's not like I knew. Even though
I'll tell you a secret. You know, that actually works for me if I think really hard about it. Ready for this one? You do your knuckles. My mom taught me this one. You do this?
Uh-huh.
And the knuckles are the 31 months, and then the gaps are the less than the 31 months.
Okay.
like that. See,
So January 31.
February, March, April, May, June, July. Because July and August, they both got 31, right? September, October, November, December. Boom.
Got it
Today.
Thank you, Mother Askren, for teaching Ben and then him teaching America.
There you go. Never forget.
Never forget. Someone said, any talk of a dual-only college season? I'm almost positive that's going to happen. That's where it stands right now in North Carolina. Yes, Coach Trip Rogers, I believe that is what we're going to be looking at.
Yeah, I know. Kevin Dresser sent out an email out to like the Cyclone supporters, boosters, and stuff, and said they're not going to start competing till January 1, which is what we thought.
Yeah.
And they will be hosting no tournaments this year, so no last chance.
What?
He's lying. He's just trying to get us off his case for a while.
He's gonna have some local junior college host it.
Oh man, that was great.
Workaround. I love it. You gotta love it. Someone asked, could we get DC on FRL or the Bader Show? DC has had and will continue to have an incredible impact on the wrestling and MMA worlds. Well, that would be cool. Maybe we'll try to get. I feel like the Bader Show would be a good spot for him. Of course, we'd be happy to have Daniel.
Ben, aren't you taking his spot this week on the show with Hawani?
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh, I thought it was like a daily show though.
No. It's just Mondays. I did the last 2 weeks.
Gotcha.
Yep.
What's one non-COVID related change you'd make to wrestling to increase participation? This is from Ben's Spastic Bladder. That's the handle. What's a change you would make that's not COVID
I got an
related?
issue right now, Christian. I'm going to do it. Tristan Moran is calling me. He knows I'm on the damn podcast. I don't know what he's doing. He's just trying to run a camp at 9 a.m. in my facility. Won't get it going. We need to send a crew live there and get him going.
Come on, Tristan.
Seriously.
Do your job. Stop calling him.
Him and Derringer showed up late this morning. That's what I've been effing dealing with.
What?
What's wrong with them? It's 9:02. The camp starts at 9 o'clock, Christian.
Oh, no.
These dang kids.
It's not a ringing endorsement for the camp, Ben.
Oh, my God.
The counselors, very good wrestlers, not super punctual. They're probably rekindling the old Stillwater days.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, do you want?
Wow.
What do you think about this question, though? Do you need to leave right now and go tend to this? If you have to go right now, we can handle it.
I have a second problem. You want to hear about my life problems, Christian?
Yes.
Second problem is, for whatever reason last night with effects, the light switch would not work. The lights would not go off, right? And so I had to go to the electrical circuit box and flip it off to make the lights go off. I told them that, and now he can't figure out how to turn the lights back on.
So you got a bunch of kids there ready to wrestle, and they're late, and the lights won't come on.
Yes.
Dang it. Okay. Well.
Wow.
If you it really,
we all have problems in life. No, he'll figure it out. He's a big boy.
All right. Let's hope so.
I'm just embarrassing him on the radio.
Yeah, that's fair punishment for Tristan.
Yes.
Okay. What's one non-COVID related change you'd make to wrestling to increase participation, Ben? I'm sure this is something you've thought about a lot.
Yeah, I talk about this all the time. I think it's simple. I think it's in the coaches' hands. There's so many coaches that want to show kids how tough wrestling is right away. And, I think your first job would be to build a relationship and make them enjoy it. And then once you get them in the door a little bit, then you can turn it up on them. I mean, it's like if you throw a frog into boiling water, it jumps out. But if you slowly turn the water up, you get to cook the frog. It's like that.
Let's boil the children until they love wrestling.
Well, not quite that too extreme, but but honestly, when kids have been in it and they have a strong commitment to it, they'll go through a lot to be successful.
So, basically, that's sort of a. I understand what you're saying, but that's sort of a nebulous kind of. There's no way to measure. Are you going too hard? Or are you going too easy? But you think just
it's easy to measure. Are your kids sticking around or are they quitting?
Yeah.
And then measure yourself. If all of my kids are quitting, like I had this one. I always go back to this one. I was in this youth dual meeting, and there was a 14U group, like 8th grade and under, right? And then there was I think it was 10 or 11U. It was in Chicago. And this guy was, and it's almost like he was saying like, yeah, we have 48 kids in our club and 45 of them are 11U. And it was like, and I was weird because he was almost bragging about like, wait till our future. But it's like, holy crap. Well, you realize in 4 years it's going to be the exact same because there's a reason why everybody's quitting by the time they get to that older age group, don't you? Because you're making them quit. Like, that's you. Like, if no one's sticking around till they're older, that's on you, not on everybody else. Because some clubs do have a lot of older kids, for example.
How do you differentiate for kids that are high achievers and really motivated and like, all right, I don't want to just dodgeball it up and play the games. I really want to improve.
We don't do dodgeball.
Well, spiritually, you spiritually play dodgeball. It's fun.
Well, there are. Okay, I will say, Christian, in my early years, I thought like, playing a lot of games. Like when I was doing camps, I thought playing games was the way to do it. But now, like I said, it's about building relationships and having them get things out of it and not grinding them a lot. That's for me. That's kind of what the trick is. Okay. And they stick around. Hey, Tristan Moran, turn the lights on.
I had a baby.
Figured it out.
Well, good for him.
Absolutely.
What a comeback story for Tristan Moran. All right. So, yeah, just make it more fun. This should be fun.
Also, get rid of the singlet.
Get rid of the singlet. I think that would help a lot.
I kind of gave up on that one because
I don't know. There's decent momentum for it.
It feels like the momentum died. I don't know why.
Maybe we didn't talk about it enough.
Yeah, Maryland went to 2 pieces and wore that a lot last season. I think they actually only wore it exclusively once they had them. Yeah.
University up, not the high school.
Yeah, University.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to partner with Popeyes because they sell a lot of 2 pieces, 3 pieces, and then maybe I don't know. It's a potential. No bad ideas, guys. Okay, next question. All right, this is for Ben Askren, freestyle rules expert. In freestyle, when a guy-girl is in on a shot and gets exposure and then gets behind the takedown, why is it not 2 more for a takedown?
I've thought about that before. I don't know. I think maybe because they're saying that is not as valuable since the guy, the person turned them first and then kind of let them get behind. Maybe I'm not really sure why that. Yeah, that is a very interesting question. What do you think?
Why? Well, I guess the scenario is, Ben, you shoot in on me, I expose you, and then you get on top, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, basically the reason is because that's a reversal or whatever, and reversals are worth 1.
But even if there was an exposure and then you stay in the scramble for a while and then you get on top, it's still only 1, despite the fact that the sequence didn't directly lead to it. It was more an indirect lead. The other one that I get annoyed with in freestyle that I don't think it's correct. If you get a takedown, but as you're getting a takedown, you guys kind of hit the ground, you put them on their back, you'll get the exposure points, but no takedown points, right? So you only get 2 points, but taking them down and putting them in their back is infinitely more difficult than just taking them down with a regular takedown. So you should get rewarded in some way, shape, or form for that, but you are not rewarded, right?
Yeah.
So there should be, in that case, I believe there should be like, you got the takedown and you got the back points. It should be a 2-and-2 type situation, but they don't reward it in that manner.
Yeah, there's also some squishiness with the quad pod. If you take the guy across his back when he's holding in the quad pod, sometimes they'll give that forward, but there's scenarios where that's only 2.
Yes.
In general, you kind of know what's coming with that, but I think that is a little bit of a squishy gray zone there.
But that would also clear up the rules a little bit clear up the scoring, because it would never be like, did you get the takedown first before you turned him? And so it should be just 2 as opposed to 2-and-2, because no matter what, if there was a takedown and a back exposure, it would be 2-and-2 no matter what sequence they happened in, right?
Right.
Does that make sense? So then it would clear up any type of confusion about what happened first. And it would just make it a little less ambiguous, which I think is really a good thing.
I completely agree with that.
And it would properly reward them for both the takedown and the back points, as opposed to, just because they went to their back first. I mean, it's almost like, well, if you're going to get taken down, you might as well go for a roll or something, because worst case, you're just going to give up the 2 anyways. Who cares?
Yeah, very good point. That's kind of a way out.
Yeah.
Are there any 2 wrestlers whose names are forever entwined? I don't know if is entwined a word?
Sure.
Yeah, it's a word.
It's a word. I just don't know a lot of words. As Dake and Taylor.
It is a word.
Thank you for Cooper Wills for the
Dake and
vocab.
Taylor.
They're pretty linked.
Who else? There's got to be somebody. I mean, yeah, those 2 are very, very high up there. There's got to be someone else that is like that.
So who could
Wasn't
it
there
be?
someone that beat someone 3 NCAA finals in a row? It was like someone really old, but I remember someone was giving us a history lesson on it.
Oh my gosh, that would be
Who
brutal.
was it? It was like the Lehigh guy lost. 3
Yeah, I
times
feel
in
like it was
NCAA finals.
Caruso.
And he lost to the same guy all 3 years.
Hang on.
I feel like Perry Hendricks are very entwined.
Ooh, one. Yes.
I feel like yourself and Chris Pendleton, your names. It just seems like no matter what, when you're talking about one, the other names comes up
Always comes
eventually. I mean, Pendleton comes up all the time.
Yeah.
Shout out Chris Pendleton. He's a good guy too.
Who else? I mean, I kind of Chenzo and Martinez, but I don't feel like they have nearly the same as Dake Taylor for whatever
don't
reason.
either.
Even though they wrestled more times in college than Dake and Taylor did.
True. One other thing, I think about Dayton Spencer all the time, and they haven't wrestled in 5 years.
That is true.
They're
very
entwined.
even though they've never competed.
No. Well, yeah, not collegiately or
Yeah,
anything.
Mike Caruso beat Bob Ferris 3 straight years in the NCAA finals.
Ouch.
Jeez.
That's messed
That's
up.
brutal.
Shout out Kyle Klingman for writing that and educating the people. Okay.
Well, so you know what's funny? I got we talked about last week. We talked about the villains thing, and I had a lot of fun villains, but a lot of them I didn't really necessarily agree with. I got Ray Brinzer from somebody. I didn't think he was all that much.
I don't think he was
villain.
villainous. Yeah.
Too young for that. This is Brock Lesnar. I don't really recall him being a villain, but again, maybe I was too young for that. Those are a couple good ones that I got through text message.
Ramos and Gilman were ones I don't know if we mentioned, but were definitely villains.
Oh yeah,
especially
I thought we
Gilman.
talked about Gilman. I thought we
Did
talked
we?
about Gilman. I think so.
I thought we mentioned Gilman.
Okay, good.
Yeah, for sure.
Ramos was probably.
I'm sorry. Owens Metcalf. Owens Gable.
Yeah,
Owens Gable, Metcalf Caldwell.
Cross Brands was suggested. I think that's a good one. Yeah, good ones. I think that's all of it. Okay, next up.
Well, Mako Rollins. Those guys wrestled a crap ton.
Yeah, that's interesting.
A lot.
What, 20
I think
times
like 7
or
times.
Oh, okay.
Overall 20. I think you're right. Overall it's like 20, but I think in college I think it was 7.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
If you could sit and interview any wrestler and they have to answer your questions.
Oh, this is so easy.
Other than Kale.
Did it really say other than Kale?
Yes.
Where?
I say
Where?
other than Kale. It says wrestler. He's no longer a wrestler. He's a coach.
Well, can I pour truth serum?
Yeah. They have to answer your
Okay.
questions. And we'll say they have to answer truthfully since it's all fake.
Yeah. I got to grill Spencer a little bit because he was up here this weekend. And you know what? I feel like he was very truthful, and that was fun. Getting to kind of ask him, and I would have kept right if I had more time. He went to sleep pretty early. My kids were being totally insane, so they were distracting. Joe Williamson's kid is equally insane, so he was distracting also. But I got to ask him a lot of questions, and that was a lot of fun. I probably would have kept going had he not went to sleep early and then not had to leave the next day.
Okay. Well, that was we'll call that a tease from Ben because we have no idea what you learned. But
Well, I told you guys about Kemmer. I told you Kemmer.
Oh yeah, that's a good nugget.
That was a good scoop. Yeah.
Man, I'd like to interview Sajalayev. Got some questions for him.
Ooh, but you can't speak Russian. You guys will just stare at each other.
Listen, we'll figure it out. It's 2020. Yeah, probably someone like that. So, what was your
foreign guy?
Yeah, probably a foreign guy.
Would you ask him how many steroids he's taken?
No, I would clear his name. He would say none. He's just.
But he's got the truth. He's got the truth serum.
I believe him.
Christian,
I believe he's clean.
He can't lie.
He's lying.
Are you insane, man? Are you insane? You watched Icarus, Christian. How could you possibly think he's clean?
I think he's clean now. I don't know.
What?
You know, there's like a half a second B-roll of him like shoot.
There's more than a half a second. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like they show him like getting a takedown and him like walking back to the middle because they're like showing Russian Olympic athletes.
Sajjalai is one of them.
Well, in Icarus.
In Icarus,
it's real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with I don't know that he's clean.
You don't know. That's why we're asking. Someone named Ryan Betts did like 3 screenshots, but his questions are great. He put a lot of really good questions. So it's he actually asked like I don't know 20 questions, but yeah.
I mean that's I would love to interview Sajjalai also. I guess I would like to interview. Now that you got me thinking that track, I was thinking more American athletes, Christian.
Mm-hmm.
It would be fun to really grill someone about the Soviet system and get the truth out of them.
Yes.
And even with Chamizo, like I got to sit down with him for a while. It felt like there was still kind of a language barrier, and I couldn't fully ask him about the Cuban system. And I got a few answers, and that was a lot of fun. But I would have liked to like keep going on that, and especially if there was I could kind of get rid of the language barrier there. And his English is really solid, but my it wasn't perfect, and my Spanish obviously is shit. So yeah, we couldn't really have a full conversation.
Yeah, it does make it tough. Yeah, I mean, learning I feel like we've learned a lot about American systems and what does and doesn't work and what helps. I mean, we don't know about the one system we've been trying to learn about Ben's life mission to learn about, but that's Kale's system. It's Kale's system, exactly right. But the Soviets, how they're able to develop guys so consistently, so excellently from a very small region, underfunded, etc. I mean, you look at the Cuban. It's so very evident that they have an amazing coaching system that develops athletes, right? And they do it very differently from us. So that there's always, and what do you think is the gap, right? What do you think there's something else that we need to learn about the systems to implement it? Or is it that we know the systems well enough and understand the basic principles of the Soviet system, but it's like, I don't want to implement it that way because it doesn't really align with the just basic overall American ideals.
Like making everyone take steroids, or what are you talking about?
No, come on, that's not why they're so good. That's not the
Christian. Stop with you. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, that's not the only reason they're good, but it's one of them.
I think helps. Certainly. But
yeah, you think?
Yeah. Listen, I've been as critical of the Russian system as anyone, but I'm just also able recognize real, as they say, and those guys.
Yeah, you're right. I got to talk to that guy. Remember, I got to ask that Ukrainian guy questions when he was here with this kid a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah, and so that was a bunch of good answers. He did, but he said not underfunded. He said it was really well funded. Like that the state, the Soviet Union, really really cares about them having success in athletics a lot. So they do in fact fund that really well. And I would actually say the opposite. Like in America, if you're going to be a wrestler, you're probably going to be poor. I mean, there's a couple of them that have do really well for themselves now, but most of them are poor. And opposite in Russia, he kind of said it was the way out a little bit.
Got it. So you'll probably work pretty hard if that's your way out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, little Sajjalai making $400 at 10 years old or whatever.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is we're not going to ask all of Ryan Bett's questions. He's a volume shooter, though. Who is stylistically more representation of their school's wrestling style. Bo Nickel for Penn State. He spelled nickel wrong. That should be a DQ. Guys, AL for crying out loud. Or Thomas Gilman for Iowa.
Who? Gilman for Iowa.
Really?
I think Gilman's so Iowa style. Yes.
Yeah, I do think
What do you think?
I think Bo is such a personification of the style because it's like so diverse. Upper body, leg attacks, scrambles, good on top.
I would actually say that Bo Nickel needs to shoot a little more. Like I would say that a Noel or David Taylor are more representative of Iowa for me. I'm sorry, of Penn State for me.
Okay, I can understand that.
Who's more Iowa style than Gilman in the last 10 years?
DeSanto's way more Iowa style. He attacked.
Really?
Man, Gilman had some matches where he did not pull the trigger that much. He was like,
Well, I don't think
hand fight.
Iowa guys pulling the trigger, that's like a new thing and an old thing, but there was a while there where they weren't.
If you want to talk quintessential pressure Iowa style attack, wheelchair opponent, DeSanto wrestles harder pace than anyone since Metcalf, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Metcalf will probably be for me the most quintessential Iowa guy.
Yes. That dude. Speaking of Metcalf.
You don't
Hey,
have
when's that
an
film
update.
coming out?
We moved
don't
it
have an
off of
update.
your brother's birthday. It's not going to be September 9th. It's going to be September 16th.
Oh, great. Moved it back again.
God.
Sweet. Good job, CP.
Terrible CP.
Please direct all your hate to @cpiles8 on Twitter and Christian.piles at flowsports.tv
Oh, no.
on email.
You gave his email out. Why don't you give his phone number out?
Dang
Okay,
it.
hang
No,
on.
No, I'm really hosed.
Christian's phone number, 512. Is it a 512? I'm going to look it up.
No, it's not.
512 is Austin, but
That's Austin, but I'm sticking
Yeah.
with the VA area code.
Oh, he's a 540. Now
I've
I'm
been
looking at
getting a lot of prank texts lately from idiots.
it. Bro, how'd they get your number?
I don't know. It's not that hard to get someone's number.
Okay, so
Someone
like,
had it out
podcast,
on,
no big deal.
like Craigslist a while back too, right?
Yeah, I got a Craigslist prank not that long ago.
Oh my God.
Early coronavirus got a. I just started getting like hundreds of, not hundreds, dozens of, because the Craigslist, the fake one said that I that I had
Give it
all
handies or what?
free toilet paper. Jeez, Ben. A lunatic. No, I had a bunch of free toilet paper. Okay. Next up. You're a sick mind.
Kenny and Zach want me to fire you. Kyle, let's do this.
Who's Kenny H. Taylor Jr.?
If listen, Christian,
They're mad
if
about
Metcalf
Metcalf. They want Metcalf out.
Yeah,
It's not my decision.
It's totally his
No.
decision, guys.
Kyle, if Metcalf isn't out by October 1st, Christian's fired.
Listen,
October 1st, that's fair. That gives
That's
you a
fair.
2-week window.
I have no control over this.
You have all the control.
All right, fine. Well,
No, you said fine. He agreed to it.
no, I'm
You're
saying.
fine. You agreed. It's in
No,
writing.
I'll say this. Here's the deal. If you have an advertised camp that doesn't start on time, you have to fire yourself from Asking Wrestling Academies. How's that?
I almost fired Derringer the first time. I might have to do it. Don't even maybe bring that up.
I had to.
Oh, God.
All right. So this is an interesting one. Yani, Dayton, Spencer, round robin. Who wins? Yani is bigger.
Well, do we make them the same size?
We shrunk him. Yani, you have been shrunk. Now you're the same size. An interesting. This may or may not impact the answer because I don't know if this will be people's answer. But Dayton owns the last victory over both these guys.
Wow.
Dayton, I believe. Yani lost to Dayton at Super 32, and then Dayton beat him at Flow Nationals. I know Dayton beat him at Flow Nationals, and I don't think they'd wrestled
I
since
think
then.
Yanni won at Super 32.
Why are we doing
That's
this?
what I'm saying.
We're just gonna
I
piss
think you
someone
said it.
off.
Oh, are you worried you're not going to be able to have any more sleepovers with these guys as they do
Well,
your
okay,
camps?
I already Spencer already came, so who cares about pissing him off? Yanni's coming in a couple weeks, so maybe I should make him mad.
So you're gonna pick Yani just because of you're gonna make predictions based solely off who's gonna do your camps.
Yeah. Next, who's upcoming?
Who's upcoming? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're not gonna talk about that one. Cool. Because
well, no, you got to pick Christian, just not me.
I'll say Spencer. I'll take Spencer.
I'll take Spencer too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm. You know what? I could be very diplomatic. I could do this. It's a tie. I'm gonna go. Dayton beats Spencer. Spencer beats Yani. Yani beats Dayton.
Oh my gosh, what a nerd. Okay. No, I think you successfully made them all mad with that one because you picked them all to lose a match. So I think that's
I didn't make them all happy.
That's gonna be a huge backfire.
You should just say the fans win.
Yeah, the fans.
Fans win.
Yeah.
I hate when people say that.
Who wins? The fans.
We'll like ask who wins in a matchup on Twitter, and people be like the fans.
Wow.
And they're dead serious. Be cornier.
You love it. If you had to pick, I think this would be the last question. If you had to pick one wrestling match to show a non-wrestling fan to get them into the sport, what would it be? Oh no, it's hilarious.
Bannock Schultz.
Oh no. I'm thinking of one that you know what gets people excited, like an insane crowd, like that shows, hey, this is really freaking important. Something where the fans go insane, cool atmosphere.
So the one that just came to my mind was Miles Martin Bo Nickel, where Bo Nickel pins him. Like that was it was really short, but it was really like crazy. And then obviously this, like you said, the celebrating afterward was wild because it also made Penn State win the national title that year. So that was after Bannock Schultz. That's what came to my mind.
Also, we had to take a team point from Bo Nickel because he threw his headgear.
So dumb.
One thing that the audio only listeners that are missing is Ben's face palms, which he does a lot, but he does them silently. He does a lot. So if you watch the video, you get the full effect.
How hard do I have to hit myself to make it make a noise? Let's see.
Yeah.
Does that make a noise or not?
Yes, it definitely made a noise.
Okay.
So you have to hit your.
So now when you hear that.
Okay.
Freaking Brian Hellickson is trolling me right now.
Oh, really? Someone getting under your skin?
Joey Gunther versus anyone.
Oh, wow.
Which one are you picking?
Man. Ooh, someone put Snyder Gwiz. That match was so dang
one.
good. That match was amazing. Snyder Liev won is absolutely amazing.
Ooh, that's a good one.
America versus be like, hey guys, let's come beat some Russians. What do you think? Beat the guy they call the Russian tank, so that USA can return to glory.
Speaking to the crowd and stuff, like Kimmer Mark Hall was awesome.
Oh my god!
Like the crowd was going nuts. There's a lot of points in that one. That was fun.
I hate it though. Okay, that was a really good match, Kyle. But one of the things you said there, like I hate it when people say like a lot of points equals a good match.
Right.
That's just not the case. Like there are some matches which are freaking awesome. Which I mean, Snyder Gwiz wasn't that. It was 7-5 in overtime, maybe, or 8-6.
Like
I mean, it wasn't super high scoring. But yeah, like when people are so simpleton that they say a lot of points, that means it's a good match. No, that's not what it means. It means that the people have poor defense, and sometimes good matches have a lot of points, but that is not like a direct indicator.
Yeah, I think maybe what they should say, it was a lot of fun because there were points and it was exciting and back and forth.
It can be like the one you mentioned was a lot of points and a lot of fun, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. All right, we are on the same page. Well, hey, we've got more to get to tomorrow. I don't know what, but we will definitely have a show, whether we have things to talk about or not. That is a Christian Piles guarantee. But who knows? Every time we think we're running out of stuff to talk about, the universe provides. So
yeah, we have. I mean, Christian, we're going on 5 months with no wrestling matches now. Well, with a couple wrestling matches.
Yeah, very few. We're doing it. We're thriving. We're living our best lives that we can, at least. So we're going to go. We thank you guys so much for listening. 536. Holy cow. We're coming up on 540, my area code. I'm excited for that one. We're going to have some sort of a hour-long tribute to the Shenandoah Valley Band, so get ready for that. We'll be back tomorrow, though, for 537. Appreciate you guys listening. Thank you so much. More content coming. Metcalf is coming in September.
September 31st.
By September
Or you're fired.
31st, or I am fired. Not really. But maybe.
You might be. I don't know.
Just say it. We can just say it, and then, it's always fun. It's always fun to talk about people's livelihoods and whatnot. Just a blast of a conversation, How will I provide for my children? Who knows? Maybe that will be the topic of conversation.
You better get on these editors.
Yeah, I'll get on them. You guys have a good Tuesday. Hope your week is going well. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Goodbye.